7 minutes in Intermodal.
Welcome back, and this is episode number 4 of 7 Minutes in Intermodal. And I'm here actually with a very, very special guest. We connected via LinkedIn. Dr. Binay Singh has over 27 years experience in the maritime industry. He's trained over 10,000 seafarers. He's published over 170 books, and he has some special projects going on in Ukraine, which he's been there for over 30 years. I believe there's a lot to cover in such a short time. Dr. Binay, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Yeah, hi John. Thanks for a nice introduction. Yeah, sure. That I have been in Ukraine for last 31 years. I have
Wow.
studied. I settled here. My wife is also Ukrainian, and I am in maritime more than 25 years. That 27 years. So, except maritime, also I'm in a social job, social worker
Okay.
as well.
Very nice.
I am a public speaker, business trainer. I'm well diversified by all sectors. I'm doing training for entrepreneur, for leaders, for CEO. So
Okay.
as
Uh,
well, I written books in different on various genres,
okay,
not
not just
only
maritime.
not only maritime.
And so, yeah, you do. I mean, you do the whole thing, and I'm interested on the maritime, the training. What is it the training of specifically? Is it, you mentioned entrepreneurs, but with the seafarers, what is that focus?
Yeah, for seafarer maritime, there is I have created exclusive more than 10 training, and that is all based on soft skill training, leadership
Okay.
training, motivation training, best communication to communicate with each other and find your best of yourself.
Right.
Yeah, and general training, that is about business training, business pitches, 100% how you can get business pitches that you uh, how to do in a best way business pitch.
Right. And with the maritime entrepreneurs that you work with, train, and coach, do you see a lot of new ideas, a lot of disruptors in the maritime industry?
Yes, I see mainly resilience.
Okay.
Resilience. They have a lack of resilience.
Right.
So
And what
resilience,
are, go
that is
ahead.
important in maritime. That not only in maritime, in any business or any even your
Oh, of
personal life
course.
or social life, you always should be resilience. And you can imagine during post pandemic, we have in Ukraine war. This year for
Right.
almost for 2 wars, 2 years we are in mid of war. And I'm
Right.
living in Ukraine. I'm not living this country. You know so we are feeling that we are more resilience, and we are
Right.
learning resilience. And I can say my life is whole resilience. When I came to this country, unknown to people, unknown to language, everything unknown, but I make
Yeah.
everything to known. And now I
Right.
feel, I'm more than Indian, more than you know Ukrainian.
Yeah, I remember when we connected, I asked you, remember we were talking about trying to figure out the time zone, and I was amazed, surprised that you were in Ukraine. Then I was even more surprised that you've been there for over 30 years. I mean, that's amazing. With what all has happened recently there, how has it, aside from the resilience, how has it affected what you do with the maritime entrepreneurs, the training? How has that affected?
Yeah, that affected that very time, seafarers mainly,
Yeah.
as per Ukrainian martial law, they have no right to leave the country.
Wow.
They are almost more than 40% are outside of country. So who
Okay.
are outside of country, they can go and they can work. But who are inside country, they have no right to go outside of country. So they
Okay.
are not working. Some are engaged in army, some are engaged in other jobs. But eventually they lot of seafarers are without works. And as well
Wow.
maritime very much affected because Black Sea, just now only started to work in Black Sea, and there was a grains problem. You have heard from news that Russia attack by bomb, by missile. So so many things and disrupted life. But
Right.
regardless this, I am positive, and people are here, becoming positive because they have to live in life.
Right.
Survival of the fittest, you see.
Right. Yeah. Well, Charles Darwin. Um, no, it's so interesting what you do, and of course, every conversation that we've had has been extremely positive, and that's needed, right? That's a big
100%.
piece, and I love that you started off with the resilience factor. And in any business, it's needed, and it's amazing that you specialize in this. And with the seafarers, I can't imagine that things are easy, like you said. There's a lot of restrictions on how they can do and what they can do. So that's interesting. And what's one thing you feel needs to change within the maritime aspect of what you do?
You see, in maritime, mainly need to change that people start to listen.
Okay.
I mean, leaders start to listen seafarer, their needs. As well, I can say this listening is not one thing, that a leadership. Leadership need to change in maritime. Need to get, new era of leaders. I mean, new era who are younger generation, because old
Is
things
it
we have to forget. We have to bring innovative idea. But how we can
right?
bring innovative idea if we have not new minded,
Yeah, it starts at the
young
top.
bloods? That is a very important in maritime, or
Interesting.
any
So it's
another sectors
something.
also.
Yeah, of course. But what you said is just something. If it's not broke, don't fix it type concept. It's how it is. It's how it's been, and they think that it's fine. But let this has been great. I'm sure we can have 100 more episodes about so many different aspects of maritime and business as well, and I'm sure we will. But Dr. Binay, thanks so much for coming on the podcast and for sharing your expertise. And if anybody needs to reach you, they can find you mainly via LinkedIn. Is that correct?
Yeah, LinkedIn, or they can find me, or any social media. They can write
Perfect.
Dr. Binay Singh and they will find about me, because I have also, I'm founder of YouTube channel. Yeah, I have my YouTube channel
Nice.
where I bring leaders to interview, as well I give motivational speak, so they can connect without
All
problem.
right. Perfect. Yeah, we'll put that in the description as well. Again, thank you. And I know there's a big time difference there. Have a great weekend, and we'll be talking for sure.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Thank you.
Great talk.